India 2019, organized by the Ministry of Defence, is by and large proved to be very successful with the participation of India and international buyers and sellers. Come, let's take a quick look at how the entire event unfolded. India's garden city and fascinating metropolis, Bangalore is home for IT industries, startup and the aerospace sector. You can be a curious tourist, a student, a working professional, a businessman or an artist. This city has something to offer to each and everyone. The city is indeed home to a diverse population, numerous businesses, and is a center for investments and innovations. Aero Show 2019 Runway to a Billion Dreams is defense exhibition where aircrafts, the latest in aeronautical equipment, trends and technology are at display. Aero Show 2019 is a global event of repute and also a proud demonstration of India's prowess in the aviation sector. There were 61 aircrafts on display and 403 exhibitors took part in the Aero India show. More than 200 foreign companies participated and witnessed the largest aero show of Asia.
Today, aerospace industry is emerging as a major design partner in most of the manufacturing sectors with additive manufacturing technologies, built to print and built to specification capabilities. Both central and state government have taken encouraging steps in developing many startups and young entrepreneurs with technology innovations and incubation centers.
The logo for Aero India 2019 is inspired by the Tejas Light Combat Aircraft. The Tejas Light Combat Aircraft, together with its variants, is the smallest and the lightest multi-role supersonic fighter aircraft of its class. The Aero India 2019 was inaugurated by Union Defence Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, and among other dignitaries present were the Union Civil Aviation Minister Suresh Prabhu, the Chief Minister of Karnataka Mr. H.D. Kumaraswamy, Chiefs of Tri-Services and Secretary of Ministry of Defence were also present. Inviting investors to capitalize on aerospace and other sectors which can help manufacturing in India, the Defence Minister in her inaugural speech said that the show intends to put India on the global map and metamorphically to be a runway to a billion opportunities.
This air show is one which blends both the civil aviation industry and also the aerospace as a manufacturing sector in which we are giving a lot of priorities, and from the point of view of Air Force India. So there is this uniqueness about this year's the 12th edition of Aero Show India, in that it brings all the three together. Aero India therefore intends and it endeavors to put out India on the global map as metaphorically India provides the runway for a billion opportunities. It evinces India's extraordinary progress and powers over the years in the sector of civil aviation and for defense aviation.
The aviation market in India has begun to explode, and the country is looking forward to partnerships to locally manufacture aircrafts. Union Civil Aviation Minister Suresh Prabhu said on Wednesday. Wooing investors at the inaugural session of the biennial Aero show here, Prabhu said, India's aviation market is now beginning to explode.
India's aviation market is now just beginning to explode. Because so far, we had limited airports, very limited connectivity, and smaller number of aeroplanes. But now, we have added airports which has taken it to 103, and in the course of next 10-15 years, we like to have another 100 airports with an investment of $65 billion. We launched a major program connecting 235 new destinations to ensure that even the remotest part of India will be connected to the mainstream. I am thankful to Defence Ministry because they protect our skies which allow us to fly safely.
The Karnataka Chief Minister also said in his speech that various policies has been put in place to encourage defence and aerospace industries.
Karnataka has regained its glory of being a business proactive state by ensuring 98% compliance to provisions of Business Reforms Action Plan. Karnataka believes in futuristic, modern and digital technologies, to improve productivity and ensure competitiveness. Karnataka is one of the leading high-tech industrialized states in the country and the undisputed leader in aerospace and defense.
India Pavilion was inaugurated by the Chief Minister of Karnataka, H.D. Kumaraswamy, in the presence of the Defence Minister, Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman. This 5-day event was a collage of hosted exhibitions, seminars and discussions on various related topics. However, the most exciting and eagerly awaited part of the event were the air shows or the acrobatics, during which the pilots took their metal birds for a fantastic spin across the blue skies, leaving the audience awestruck and spellbound with their acrobats.
Following the Dakota is the Hindustan Aeronautics Made in India formation of helicopters and aircrafts. Now coming in front of you is the Rudra formation of ALH weaponized variants.
Trailing the formation is another golden oldie, the ever-dependable MiG-21.
Ladies and gentlemen, give a round of applause and welcome the Sarang helicopter display team. Now you can see the first indigenous multi-role light transport aircraft, Saras, designed by National Aerospace Laboratories. Now is the Netra formation, comprising one Embraer AWNC aircraft and two Sukhoi 30 MKI aircraft. Ladies and gentlemen, the Netra formation, P-8I, a long-range anti-submarine warfare, anti-surface warfare, intelligence, surveillance and reconnaissance aircraft.
Ladies and gentlemen, please keep looking to your left for our very own Made in India light combat aircraft Tejas. Nicknamed Babuk of the French Air Force. Fourth generation fighter aircraft, Rafale is a multi-role combat aircraft capable of undertaking air supremacy.
Captain Pulsari and the F-16 Fighting Falcon.
The Airbus 330-900, which is being displayed here at Aero India. The A330-900 launch customer was Delta Airlines and the launch operator, TAP Air Portugal. The B-52 is specially flown in from Dio Garcia. The pilot is now positioning the aircraft and carrying out the loop Tangbalio. The Sukhoi 30 is the only operational aircraft in the world that can do this extremely complex maneuver. Keep looking at the aircraft, ladies and gentlemen. The loop Tambalyo. The Sukhoi 30 saying goodbye to all known laws of aerodynamics.
Aero India was also open for general visitors and drew large crowds who came especially for the spectacular air shows. Aero India 2019 attracted about 4 lakh visitors over 5 days. The aerobatic display featured Tejas. Besides Tejas, there were high-flying, adrenaline-gushing displays of aircrafts maneuvering at the Aero India show. The aerial warriors put up a magnificent and a gripping display for the large crowds. The daredevils captivated the audience with their dangerous plunges and stunts, leaving the spectators sometimes gasping for their breath and making them scream in excitement. Chief of Army Staff General Bipin Rawat flew in the LCA Tejas and declared it a wonderful aircraft that will add strength to the armed forces. Flying in the light combat aircraft Tejas was a wonderful experience, he said. He spent about 30 minutes as a co-pilot in Tejas.
For me, it was a wonderful experience to have got the opportunity to fly inside the LCA. From whatever I could witness, the avionics of the aircraft are very good. I could also see the manner in which the pilot was carrying out the targeting, both in the radar mode and other modes. And I think it's a wonderful aircraft. And if this gets added to the inventory, I'm sure it will increase the strength of our air power. Thank you very much, and I'm very thankful to Air Vice Marshal Tiwari, who made this happen for me.
Of Defence, which aimed to encourage the UAV industry to connect with potential buyers and business partners in the country and abroad. Aero India 2019 held the first ever Drone Olympics competition for the UAVs at Air Force Station Yelahanka, Bengaluru. An overwhelming response was received for participation in the competition, both from the companies and the individuals. More than 120 applications were received, out of which 57 applicants made it finally to the race. The competition finals were held at Air Force Station Yelahanka, where all the finalists competed under various categories. The competition saw a number of innovative solutions and the use of the latest technological advancements by the participants. The winners of each competition were honored with medals and grand cash prizes. The Aero India event also witnessed several meaningful seminars on varied subjects. Aero India 2019, a seminar on redefining the future of aviation in India. The civil aviation industry in India has emerged as one of the fastest growing industries in the country during the last 3 years. India is currently considered the third largest domestic civil aviation in the world and is expected to overtake United Kingdom's to become the third largest passenger market by 2024.
We also need to use technology to connect us. Connected factories, which we will be able to use in India. Secondly, connectivity through data, where the aircraft have a huge amount of data in them. How do we use that data, use machine learning and artificial intelligence to make these data more proactive, predictive, reliable?
We have a lot of knowledge in our PSUs like the HALs, the BELs and NALs and DRDO, but somewhere there needs to be a greater collaboration.
Globally, the aerospace industry has a huge opportunity. It is a technological moving forward in leaps and bounds, and India is also one of the leading players in the design, development and R&D part of the global aerospace industry.
Seminar on US-Indo collaboration. To help US exhibitors capitalize on stronger alliances, market trends and the concentration of buyers at Aero India, Kalman Worldwide organized the USA Partnership Pavilion. The pavilion was surrounded by the largest and the most influential Indian aerospace companies, ensuring high visitor traffic and the extra interest of local leaders. On-site programs and services planned in cooperation with US government entities and in country associations helped facilitate introductions to delegations and networking opportunities.
There are 3 strategic imperatives from our Department of Defense. One of those is building partnerships. And then when you go into the document, it's building partnerships with nations that embrace democracy, honor intellectual property, honor economic freedom of motion.
The amount of U.S. representation here, both in terms of senior U.S. officials here at Aero India, as well as the large representation of U.S. corporations here, I think illustrates the emphasis that's placed on this very important relationship. And I'm very proud to be a part of that delegation here at Aero India.
In a first, Aero Show, the biennial Air-Cum Defence exhibition organized by the ministry, the youth got a pavilion showcasing their projects on aerospace-related activities. During the 5-day event, students involved in the aerospace sector, both civil and defence, were given an opportunity to showcase their projects on Technology Day. As a part of this exercise, students from universities and institutions were invited to submit their projects. These projects were selected through a rigorous process and 6 teams made it to the finals from among 125 applicants.
We have designed a quadcopter for surveillance purpose. Okay, so this is a quadcopter flies to the region of interest wherever you want to fly in 2 flight modes, autonomous and manual. Okay, in autonomous mode you can predefine a path and the drone actually flies there. Okay, in next step what it does is it captures images from the camera which we have here. Okay, this is a Raspberry Pi camera. This is the Raspberry Pi we have used here. Okay, this captures images. It detects images. It detects person. Okay, in the next stage it classifies whether the person is holding a gun, sitting, standing, running, walking. We have used 6 classifiers.
I am enjoying this show very actually we have selected 6 teams in all over the India. It's really exciting for us, and we are from Kolkata and I am really excited, and the process was difficult actually. from 125 teams, they selected first screening 17, and after that they screening only 6 teams. Actually, it's amazing for me to ever hear. Thank you.
So Aero India gave a lots of opportunity to us. We can interact to our customers, and we can take support from the other ministries or the other labs also. Until now we have get lots of support from this one. As a town, we are now going to be a startup company, so it gets a lots of support from the Aero India soon.
Startups at Aero India 2019 were the additional attraction, where participation of MSME were quite vibrant and promising. Startups are making a very big difference to the aerospace industry, said the Defence Minister Nirmala Sitharaman while addressing hundreds of foreign and Indian delegations comprising global defence companies, government officials and industry leaders. Young startups are very much replicating all that is happening in Israel and are making sure that through innovation they can contribute, she said. India remains a country which has made a remarkable contribution to the aerospace field and the space research. In recent years, many new companies have emerged in the aerospace field, and many top aerospace companies in the world are starting up their offices in India.
We have started with technology, aerospace technology, jet engines. So 3 years back we developed, manufactured in Bangalore and tested the jet engines. For last 3 years we have been testing, and we have launched now the platforms for these engines, so into the unmanned aerial vehicles.
Aero Mobility. Aero Mobility is a Chennai-based startup developing unmanned ground vehicles for cargo handling operations of tactical transport aircraft. So our application is in disaster relief scenarios and defense transport to remote air bases where they do not have infrastructure and cargo handling capabilities like forklifts and K loaders at austere locations.
We are a 5-year-old company into mimicking human touch actions for testing HMI applications. We are building robotic platforms which can mimic human touch actions. We are concentrating into automotive field as of now, and we are concentrating into, we will be gaining into automotive and aviation aspects as well.
We are making autonomous underwater vehicles, and we are making customized solutions for people who want solutions and applications in underwater industry. What we expertise in is the naval part of the defense. So when it comes to Navy, we want to produce solutions which cater to the needs of today's era. So we are making our prototypes and our subsystems pertaining to communication and navigation, and we are also making modular vehicles which can dismantle a few of the parts inside water and it becomes modular so that we can communicate at later depths.
Our product is Ajna Lens, which we are showcasing in Air India Expo. And what our product is augmented reality and virtual reality hybrid AI powered AR headset. The first AR headsets which is completely work indoor and outdoor for military purposes. So as this headset is military grade, so you can use it inside, you can use it outside also, as it is all weather systems.
More than 400 exhibitors at Aero India 2019 showcased their products and services and also signed several agreements. Aero India, organized by the Indian Ministry of Defence, is fully supported by the Government of India and is the largest air show in Asia. Having tripled its exhibitor list in the last 10 years, Aero India has become a must-attend event for US companies interested in exporting to India. 400 plus exhibitors took part in this premier event and capitalized this dynamic opportunity.
So company PBS is located in Czech Republic, which is in the middle of Europe. We are part of European Union, and our company is producing different products, but we are specialized on aerospace. From 70s, we are producing turbine products like auxiliary power units, which is basically started of the main engine of the helicopter or different aircraft. We also do environmental control systems, which is basically air conditioning of the aircraft. And in the last 15 years, we are producing turbine, turbojet, turboprop, and turboshaft engines.
Vigna Labs is part of the Manipal group, started in 2018. We have about 6 to 7 AI-based solutions. Security and surveillance is one of them. We use the pre-installed CCTV cameras and then track employee entry and exit. We have intruder detection during day and night. So typically this solution is effective in defense establishments, government institutes, as well as schools and colleges, and we are also looking at banks.
It's been a very, very exciting journey. Cyient Limited has been an engineering company for 2.5 decades, and Bluebird has been a US provider company for more than 2.5 decades now. So we have come together, Cyient and Bluebird have come together. We have formed a JV, what we call as Cyient Solutions and Systems. So from Cyient angle, we bring in the engineering capability and the manufacturing capability. From Bluebird side, we bring in the technical expertise in UAS systems, and that's what we plan to sell to India.
A lot of technologies like artificial intelligence, augmented reality, virtual reality, or additive manufacturing are being rampantly adopted within the aerospace and defense market. From a Cyient perspective, our focus is not really on technology, but is to really identify problem areas within the aerospace and defense domain, be it for MROs, be it for OEMs and manufacturing, be it within design, or be it within operations of the planes.
We've been looking for a long time for a partner in India, and when we found Cyient, it was an instant collaboration. We bring our expertise in the UV field, they bring their expertise here in India in manufacturing, engineering, and so on, in order to bring all these solutions into the Indian market for the benefit of the Indian forces.
Well, we call it the heli starter, and basically it's a replacement for these huge trolleys that are at our airports that engine start helicopters mainly, and just about any aircraft. Imagine a situation where there's a crisis, a disaster situation, and the helicopter takes about 45 minutes to fly from the nearest airport. We're trying to solve that problem by giving them a high technology battery solution, namely the lithium ion polymer technology, and building a lightweight solution which could be carried on board, would be available at site, whether it's a camp, whether it's a disaster situation, or a camping site perhaps.
We have something called as digital platform or digital labor market information system, LMIS. This is to capture all the aspirations of the job seekers, students, and the companies will come and enter the job details, what are the jobs available there, and the training partners also will give the details of the supply available with them.
Aero India celebrated Women's Day, which highlighted the achievements of women in aviation. Aero India 2019, Asia's largest air show, highlighted the achievements of women in aviation in its 12th edition of the Plane Carnival in Bengaluru. India's ace badminton player and Olympic silver medalist PV Sindhu flew in the homemade combat fighter jet Tejas aircraft. This event felicitated women achievers in aviation, showcasing women achievers in the aerospace sector and leading with the theme, Saluting the Queens of the Skies. Chief Postmaster General Charles Lobo released a commemorative stamp.
Celebrates the achievement of women who have contributed significantly to India's growth story in the aero defense sector, be it civil aviation, defense aviation, aviation research, aviation training, aviation medicine, and so on and so forth. We are indeed privileged to have some of these remarkable achievers amidst us today. I'm certain that their presence and their stories will inspire many more young women to come forward and pursue their dreams.
Let me congratulate the people who have thought about it and organized this event during the Aero India in a fashion like this, collecting all the women who have contributed a lot in their own way into the aerospace sector of the country.
Dr. Charles Lobo, Chief Postmaster General, praised the contribution of women in aviation and congratulated them for their achievements. On this very special occasion, 18 women who had been contributing their might in the aviation sector were recognized and felicitated.
With Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman as our Honorable Raksha Mantri, we scientists of DRDO are highly motivated and encouraged. More than 24 DRDO laboratories works for the aerospace systems, and we have 3 women Director Generals, DG ECS Srimati Manjula, DG SAM Dr. Chitra Rajgopal, and myself DG Aeronautical Systems. There are about 16 to 20% women scientists and technologies serving this organization. There are many women technology directors, project directors and program directors. Here you are seeing AEWNC system, which is led by Srimati Suma Varghese as program director. Today, women from DRDO are involved in design and development of fighter aircraft and missile systems, and women engineers from HAL are contributing towards the productionization of fighter aircraft, and we see women pilots taking the lead in operational scenarios. Similarly, in the civil aviation also, we see women pilots are taking us across the globe. It is really encouraging to see that women participating more and more towards this aerospace industry and aerospace sector.
I take it as an honor and pride to be here. We have led the team of women who have jumped today, and I am very happy to see that so many women flying aircrafts, I mean engineers who are working on it, the administration, everybody. There is so much of women angle to this day, and it's going to be a great experience out here. And with this thought of having this one particular day celebrating as women aviation, I think all those little girls back home, whoever is watching, especially DD, which is spread across the nook and corner of India, those girls from the smaller villages will come up, take their challenges, will dream big, and then maybe one fine day we're going to have so many women in this space.
I'm so excited to be here. You see the marvelous women across the spectrum, whether it is the Indian Air Force, Navy, Army. I'm from Air India as the heading of the Chief of Flight Safety. We have the other organizations, we have Airport Authority, Pavan Hans. We have everyone here, and to intermix and to understand how women have really come forward and are leading the way in missile technology, DRDO. If you see the HAL ladies, it's just amazing to see that we have so much of talent within this country, and we are showcasing this talent to the rest of the world.
Well, hello to all the viewers. I'm Captain Amrita Patel. I'm a paratrooper of the Indian Armed Forces, and with no doubt I can say that it gives me immense pride and dignity to be a part of the Maroon fraternity of the Indian Armed Forces. Of course, the journey of a woman, of a lady officer in the armed forces is challenging and daunting, but I owe it to the mighty organization that I have changed all the obstacles, all the challenges into opportunities for myself, and I have paved them in a way so that I can achieve and hope to achieve more in the future.
In what sense do you mean
when you say you're emotionally more stronger, right?
Well, we consider in our society that the male counterparts are definitely more emotionally stronger. Well, they do not cry over everything. However, I have served for almost last 12 years and I feel myself to be as emotionally strong as my husband, who's a flyer as well. So I feel there is no difference and we can definitely season ourselves. Well, women pilots are more sensitive to certain issues, but when we are in uniform, we are at our job, we are at it.
Aero India in 2019 was really good experience for us as we saw many aircrafts and we learned many features of those aircrafts, and we feel scared. I don't know how will they be feeling there in the aircraft, and it was so good experience, and now we feel to be like them.
Right, you're inspired.
Yes, we are
be
so
like
inspired to be like them.
My dream is to become a fighter pilot in IAF, and I'm inspired by watching this, that the women's the dream they achieve. I look forward a lot towards them, and they are a motivation for me because it's from a childhood dream. I had a dream like I have to fly high, touch the sky.
Aero India 2019 was also open for general visitors and drew large crowds who came here especially to witness the spectacular air shows. Curtains came down on Aero India 2019 at the Air Force Station Yelahanka in Bengaluru on the last day. Having evolved over the years, the 12th edition of the event drew large crowds, bearing testimony to the premier air show of Asia has come of age.
Aero India is special for Indian Air Force and for our country. We are poised at a stage where the aerospace industry is about to witness exponential growth in this region and especially in our country.
Government of Karnataka has worked in close coordination with Ministry of Defence, the Air Force and HAL in providing all the assistance and support for conduct of the Aero India.
हमारे भारत देश की ताकत क्या है और उसमें भी और ताकतवान बनने के लिए सारे विश्व में जो प्लेन और हेलीकॉप्टर की क्षमता है, ऐसा प्लेन और हेलीकॉप्टर हमारे देश में बने, इसीलिए हम कहते हैं कि यहाँ से यूके से भी आया है, रशिया से आया है, अमेरिका से आया है, चाहे हेलीकॉप्टर हो, प्लेन हो, मगर वो प्लेन की जो टेक्नोलॉजी है वो हम यहाँ भी इस प्रकार की टेक्नोलॉजी से प्लेन और हेलीकॉप्टर बना सकते हैं। ये प्रजा को विश्वास और ताकतवान बनाने के लिए ये कार्यक्रम है।
Aero India 2019 that held the participants and public spellbound and glued to the event for different perspectives.
Aero India 2019, a 5-day gala event, came to a spectacular closing with 55 countries participating, 44 foreign delegations representing, 500 meetings held over the 5 days and 50 MOUs signed. Well, this was also a chance for India to celebrate her prowess in the aviation industry.